Hey, it's Deanna and Justin.
Hello.
All right, we're going to do Liar Liar for the first time since October.
So we'll do it here, and then we'll tell you the answer at the end. I feel like that's the best way to go about
Yeah.
this.
And if you're a new listener, Liar Liar is where we both tell a story. One of us is lying.
Yeah,
We're going to give you the answer at the end of the podcast.
no prizes.
That was real close to my mouth. I said answer.
No.
Answer.
Oh my god. Okay, we gotta do the liar flyer first because I gotta find the TikTok. Anyway, okay, so we'll tell the story now. No prizes, just pride, and then we'll give you the answer at the end. All right, so you go first.
Okay, so it is, what do we say, National Irish Coffee Day.
Yes.
A couple weeks ago, for the first time, I found out that my Irish mother doesn't know what an Irish coffee is because we were out to dinner and after we got done our meal, and might I add that this poor server had to deal with the nuances and the dynamic of our family the whole night, and I felt so bad for her because, yeah.
Okay, we'll go.
We're not even going to
work
get
through
into
it.
that. But at the very end, my mom's looking at the dessert menu and she says to the server, "Can I get an Irish coffee, but can you make it with Kahlua?" And I looked at her like she had three heads and I said, "That's not an Irish coffee. That would be coffee with Kahlua."
Is Kahlua like Caribbean? So it'd be Caribbean coffee.
I don't know, but I was like, "Do you even know what an Irish coffee is?" And that's the moment I found out she, in fact, does not.
Okay, cool. I have a comment on that in a minute too about Irish coffee. That's the end of the story. Mine is this: for Christmas, my family and I went to Rosalie in Wayne. Very good place, Italian soul food. Never heard it before. Very good.
Ooh.
I got arancini with chicken livers in it. It was very good.
Whoa.
And they had smoked cocktails on the menu. My mom had never had a smoked cocktail before. So the way they did it was not the hose one. They put the little stopper on top. They put the wood chips inside and they lit those on fire. And when they come to your table, they take the top off. My mom had never done this before. So when they took the top off, she huffed all the smoke in out of the glass because she thought that was the way to drink it. All right, so we got two stories, and we'll tell you the end later. I was watching Bar Rescue, and they were doing an Irish pub, and they're like, "We really want some traditional Irish stuff here."
Yeah.
And the one cocktail, like they always do the new cocktails, was Irish coffee. Irish coffee was invented in San Francisco.
No way.
Yeah, there's a bar there. This guy's been making them for like 60 years, and there's videos on the internet, and there's stuff spilling everywhere. I mean, it's more for show. They put little sugar cubes in it and whiskey, and yeah, so I'm 99% positive that San Francisco invented the Irish coffee, and the fact that Bar Rescue, which is the greatest show ever, and I have a lot of time to watch now, says it was traditional Irish.
Irish coffee is a California
invention.
Yeah.
That's like American Chinese food, things like a lot of
Right.
stuff that we say is from here.
That's kind of interesting.
Speaking of going out to eat. What? Okay, let's say you are going to a 1-year-old's birthday party.
Yeah.
What is a gift you would buy?
For
you yourself. Like you're like, oh, like what would I get the child?
Okay, what would I bring the child?
It's a 1-year-old boy.
I'll tell you what. Hopefully they've got a registry.
They did have one for this.
Okay, because I would just pick things off the registry if I
Yes,
didn't know what to
right?
do. Absolutely. Other than that, for a 1-year-old, I would say like, oh gosh, I usually do this thing because I have nieces. I have 4 nieces and I've been
Who were
buying.
all one at one point.
They were all one at some point in their lives. So I just go to Amazon and I rely on the search results to help me because so I'll do gifts for a 1-year-old, gifts for a 5-year-old, and I just like pick something that looks good there.
This is what you would do.
I usually go with what's the brand? It's like Melissa and Daniel or something like that. There's a brand of products for children.
Okay.
That is made by a company called, I think it's Melissa and Daniel or something like that. And they're all kind of like in the theme of Baby Einstein.
Okay.
So they're like, they're educational or
fun.
They help you develop, but they're also fun.
If you're me, what would you buy? Like if you're a 32-year-old male,
I don't know,
single,
ice. I mean, that's what you bring to every other party.
For a 1-year-old, what would be the easiest thing for me to do?
Probably like give money.
Yeah, money or like
bring a bag of Legos.
An Amazon gift
like
card.
Big Legos.
Yeah, the thing is the kid's not going to remember it because it's a child.
Right, they're not.
Amazon gift card, Target gift card, right?
Right.
So I go to the Flyers game last week. I go with my buddy Nick. And this past Saturday was our friend Sean's 1-year-old birthday party for his kid. 1-year-old.
Okay.
And so in the past, Nick has been invited to multiple parties, like his separate friend group from college. And the parties start at like 2, and he texts us at 3 o'clock saying, "What should I buy for the child?"
Oh,
This
boy.
is the thing. We're the complete opposite. We've been best friends since we were kids, and we fight all the time because, like me, it's going to be days before I buy it. He buys it during the party.
Right.
So we're driving back from the Flyers game. They beat the hell out of the Stars. We're riding high, right? And he goes, "Oh, I have the birthday parties this weekend. Are you going?" I said, "No, I got to work. I need the money." So he goes, "I think what I'll do is I'll just get rid of some of the gift cards I got for Christmas." I'm like, "That's actually a good idea." Like, let's say you got $300 in Amazon in like $25 increments. Like,
Right.
give one of those gift cards. People have re-gifted gift cards.
Yeah.
I've done it before, whatever. I got a Target one in my pocket. It'll probably be somebody's present eventually, right? It's not a bad idea, especially for a kid
Yeah.
who's, you don't know their parenting style. You don't know what kind of toys he has. Let
Right.
them decide, but also be like, "Hey, here's a gift."
Yeah, you don't
It
know what
means
they
a lot.
already have.
When the kid was born, I went on the registry. They had a $100 gift card to the site they wanted. Just did that, and it went
Boom.
right to them.
Done.
So I'm like, "Oh, that's actually a pretty good idea. Just make sure you get a card before the party. Like, rib him a little bit, because he doesn't." And I was like, "What gift cards what gift card are you going to give them?" Expecting Target, Amazon, Barnes
Right.
and Noble, something like that. And he goes, "Well, I got $50 to Cheesecake Factory. I'm going to give him that." Deanna, I slammed the brakes
That's not gonna.
on my car. We're on like Allegheny. He lives in like the top part of Kensington. I thought we were going to crash the car. I was laughing so hard. I went, "That is a terrible gift," in more colorful language. No,
Don't do that.
not do that.
Don't do that.
He's like, "Why?" Because it's a 1-year-old's birthday party.
What are you going to give the child? The experience of sitting in the Cheesecake Factory high chair?
Yeah, food poisoning.
Like-
Because every time I go there, I get sick. Something happens.
Why?
Cheesecake Factory, vendetta list. He goes, "Well, maybe like the parents want a night away." I go, "That's not the point of this party." Deanna, it is. I love the kid, but like he's an engineer and I can think outside the box. That's basically the difference between us.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, this is a horrible, horrible gift idea. And he couldn't comprehend it. I'm like, "Nick, it's not for them. It's for you." He's like, "But I'm
Yeah.
never going to use them." I go, "That's not my
Doesn't
thing.
matter.
That doesn't. We can go and get cheesecake because if I eat anything else, I'm gonna be pooping for 4 days. Like, we're not going."
Yeah.
Can you turn the AC down? It's very hot in here. I'm dying. I'm dying.
Oh,
I'm
because
dying.
it's on 80. That's why.
What psychopath is in here at 80 degrees? So I'm like, this is the most. It was one of the funniest things I've ever heard, and I can't stop laughing about it because it was so obscene. And it just shows you that two dudes who are 32. Well, he's 33 tomorrow. We're going out to Topgolf. Have no idea what to buy for children.
Single?
Yeah, we're both
Okay.
single. We're the only ones in our friend group
To be expected.
that aren't like my one buddy's dating a girl. They'll probably get engaged. My buddy just got engaged. Everybody else is married with like the oldest kid's 5, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we're like a little out of there. And our one friend's married, but he just doesn't come out anymore. But whatever, loser.
If I were having a first birthday party for my kid and he were my friend,
Yeah.
I probably would laugh about it if he gave that to me because
I should have let him go.
I would be like, that is typical,
So inappropriate.
Yeah, but it
I
just
should have let it go.
also kind of funny because, I'll use it and whatever.
I went in like dad mode. I'm like, you can't.
You
I
should have let
should
him do
not-
it.
I know, but I had to direct him in the right path.
That would have been the payoff.
There was a registry and everything. I mean, you could just
He could have used that.
you don't even have to get anything. You just type a little message on the registry and hit send.
Oh my gosh.
It's the best just to do that. Have a registry for everything. But yeah, Cheesecake Factory gift card for a 1-year-old. I should have let it go, but I'm like, you can't. He gets the brunt of all the jokes, so I felt like if I would have let him do it, it would have got worse, and then he would have been like polishing his bullets up like Steve Buscemi did and Happy Gilmore. Like I just like ready to take us out one day, putting his lipstick on.
Next
So I
time,
let him
just
go.
let him go.
Just obscene gesture.
I have,
Cheesecake Factory gift card.
I have a question for you.
About the Cheesecake Factory? Oh,
No.
4 times I went. They're all terrible.
As a person who enjoys food just as much, if not more than I do,
Yeah.
and is pretty, I would say that you've got a more advanced palate than a lot of people I know.
Yeah.
So,
I watch too many food shows,
right.
and I realize my palate is not even
But
near those people.
But I think you also appreciate good flavor combinations,
yeah.
unlikely flavor combinations.
Yeah.
So I want to
Like,
ask you a question
is this
because
someone? Oh, God.
so even though the holidays are over, we're almost out of January. We had a bag of these Polish candies. They're like a gelatin. They're a flavored gelatin, and
Okay.
the gelatins are fruit flavored, and they're covered in chocolate.
Okay,
And
so they're like the fruit slices covered in chocolate?
kinda,
The fruit
yeah.
slices from Bosco?
They're not as sugary,
Okay,
and
okay.
they're smaller. They're like little rectangles,
Okay,
and they come individually wrapped, and
okay,
the bag is assorted. So
okay. What kind of flavors are around?
I don't know what's up with my
Like
sorry.
orange chocolate, that's like the one.
So the different fruit flavors that you have in the bag are raspberry, orange, pineapple,
Oh, pineapple's so good.
lemon, I believe, or lime,
Okay.
or both.
Yeah.
So
I don't know where I'm at on lime. Lemon
we had
works.
we had these candies on our island, and they're pretty rare to get around here because they're Polish.
Yeah.
The whole bag is written in Polish. Jacob can only get them from like his mom when she goes to the Polish deli.
Okay.
And so we were sitting at the kitchen island one night after dinner, just kind of like chit-chatting, and I went into the bowl and I grabbed the orange one
Okay.
and the raspberry one right away.
Okay.
And because there were only a few left, and I said, "Okay, you can have the rest." And he looks at me like I just severely offended him.
Okay.
And he's like, "Those are your two choices?" Like, I want to know before I move on, what would be your top choice of a chocolate and fruit combination?
Pineapple. I'm a pineapple guy.
Damn it, Justin.
Why?
You just ruined my whole story.
Because he likes pineapple?
Because he took the pineapple. He
It's the
goes,
best
I
one.
can't believe you didn't take the pineapple.
Dude, best
He's
one.
like, this is the best.
By far the best one.
This is outrageous. I'm even more enraged now.
Let's go through the flavors. Here's the thing with chocolate orange. Sometimes the orange is not orangey enough, and it's like this dull flavor, and I don't like that.
Chocolate and orange, aside from the flavor profile,
Yeah.
chocolate and orange is like the most widely used combination of chocolate and fruit
Yeah, yeah.
across almost every
Let me give you my
culture.
top choices. Pineapple chocolate 1,
Ugh.
raspberry chocolate 2.
No!
My grandmother loves raspberry
You're
chocolate,
ruining
and I don't seek it out, but when I have it, I go, "This is the best."
You're ruining
That's
my
like what-
argument.
That's like white chocolate. Like I don't like white chocolate that much, but when I have it, I go, "This is pretty good."
You're ruining my argument.
So you took all right. You took
I
orange.
took orange and raspberry.
Okay, you like the raspberry.
I do. So, I mean, chocolate covered raspberry is like one of the best flavor combinations I've ever had in my
I would
life.
say it's too widespread behind the orange, right? Like if you're going power rankings, chocolate orange number 1, raspberry chocolate number 2.
That's what
Widely used.
pineapple and chocolate would be my last choice.
Oh, it's the best one. That's the edible arrangement.
Disagree.
Listen, my mom sent us an edible arrangement to the station, and then Charlotte sent us one of our listeners, and it was the chocolate pineapple covered in the flour. Now here's the thing though. Those are the choices. My number 1 would be banana chocolate if they have banana chocolate.
Oh, well, listen, I am totally
All right.
down. I am totally down.
Did you
on
think it's
that.
weird that he went pineapple?
I think it's
So good.
absolutely weird that pineapple was his first choice. I really, really do.
I think here's the thing. Pineapple does have a salty element to it a little bit, somewhere, and I think salty sweet is my go-to.
Ugh.
Like a little pineapple with some tahini on it. Oh my
I am
god,
so disappointed.
it's so good.
No,
It's so good. Lime, I'm not in on. That sounds gross.
I'm so disappointed. I need to hear. I need to hear from other people. We actually have a text line. I'm just going to slide that in there. You can text us now.
Okay.
And I
Not live because this is recorded.
No, right. Yeah, but you can still, text your opinion over here and we'll get it. It's 215-293-1195.
Would say it twice.
215-293-1195.
If I Google this chocolate fruit combo, most popular, most expensive, most popular. All right, so chocolate and fruit pairings. What are some fruit? 14. See, there's no ranking. Oh, here's a Reddit post.
Okay, I can dig it.
What fruit tastes the best with chocolate? Raspberry, banana, strawberry, cherry. I'm hit or miss on.
I got the number totally wrong. I'm sorry, I have to interrupt you.
Oh my God.
It's 215-995-1139. 215-995-1139.
Strawberries and bananas, oranges, raspberry. Ooh, I got one for you, and I love this. Raisins.
Oh, I love raisins and chocolate.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, that's not.
Someone said ginger. I'm out on that.
No, chocolate and ginger
Do you
is
consider
not a
ginger
good
spicy?
combination. I think it's got a zing. I wouldn't call it spicy.
Okay, I'm just looking through here.
I mean,
figs, pear.
Listen, I love chocolate in almost any flavor combination. However, pineapple is a little out there
good.
for me.
Out there. This is like the top answer on here.
How?
And pomegranate
So
too.
I'm the minority in this.
Yes.
I am very surprised that this is taking this turn.
Chocolate. It's so. That's like the staple edible arrangement.
I really thought that you were going to be on my side.
No.
I know. I don't pick up the
Pineapple.
pineapples when edible arrangements come in.
Give me your best. It doesn't have to be a fruit. What is the best chocolate covered something?
The best chocolate covered something?
Yeah.
Chip.
I was gonna say Pringles.
Sweet and salty.
Dude, if you're out there and you're like, oh, I've had chocolate Ruffles,
Yeah.
go thank me later. Get the Pringle and dip it in chocolate. It's the best thing ever.
My cousin literally made chocolate covered Pringles
They're so good.
and brought them, or not Pringles, wavy Lays.
Like a Ruffles wavy.
Ruffles, yes. Thank you.
Okay, Ruffles has the larger wave. What would you say before that?
Lay's?
Lay's has the shorter wave, I think.
Well, she made chocolate covered one of those wavy chips
Wavy chip.
and brought them to Christmas. Like that was one of her contributions
So
to
good.
the dessert table. And I was like, this is genius. What did it cost? $5 in total, and it satisfied everybody.
That's why you bring
this is brilliant.
Bring ice or bring chocolate covered chips to your next
I'm
party.
gonna steal that idea.
All right, I have a clip. Remember, like couple episodes ago, we talked about how I see the calendar.
Yeah.
And like the colors of the calendar.
We got some responses on that.
People do it the same way as me.
I got like an email and a message on Instagram. I think I forwarded you the responses.
I saw it. People are like, I'm glad that he exists. All right. So, wait, let me get my phone on. All right. So, because I want to record this part. Let's see. All right. So, here is, I found this on TikTok last night. And this man describes it's synesthesia, Syneththesia. Synthesia, whatever.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about where I see like the calendar differently. I'm going to try and pause it as we go through because I was like, this video isn't going to relate to me. And the first thing he says relates to me. Okay, let's see if we can.
7 times.
Okay, that's not on. Okay. Why can't I hear it now? Okay. Oh!
I was just gonna ask you, are we gonna be able to hear it?
Yeah, well, it worked earlier when I played it. Oh, the sound's off. Hold on. Okay. Auto scroll. Okay. Does this work?
7.
It didn't work. I don't know why. I think if I do it this way, it might work, though. Why can't I hear it now? Oh, you know why? Because the mic's on. Anyway, I'll tell you what he says. The first thing he says, I'll just play it and I'll tell you.
Can you turn our mics off for the sake of playing it and then turn us back on?
Wait, let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. Okay, we're going to turn our mics off.
7 times 6.
Doesn't work. Okay.
Never
I'm just
mind.
gonna tell you what it says.
that was a
why
fun
it didn't-
experiment.
It didn't. Oh, I know why. Okay.
Do you have to put us in audition?
Program. I hope this does. Yeah. Okay. Ready? Let's see. This should work now.
Try it again.
7 times 6.
Yes.
Is lemon lime flavor.
No, it's not.
Dude, the number
Oh.
36 looks like Sprite to me. This is going to be the weirdest thing you ever hear.
But I know what he's saying with 7 times 6, and I know why.
Why?
Well, because the first thing that comes to my brain when he says 7 times 6 is 7 Up.
I mean, no, but here's the thing. So he says, listen to what he says.
Yes, just like
It doesn't have a flavor.
Okay, the letter A is red.
A is always red. I'm telling you, this is real. Now, 36 to me looks like Sprite. That's why I want it. That's why I'm.
Okay, you think that because of apple?
Fair.
Yes.
Thursday is November.
Thursday is November. I agree with that.
Yes, and November
What color is November?
What?
This is the color of November.
is orange.
Oh, I disagree.
November is orange. We're going to keep going.
No, it's not.
Z, the letter Z, is electricity.
That makes sense. Zap.
Where do you come up with this?
This is real.
It just makes sense. in
No,
my-
it
in my head.
doesn't.
Okay, 3 times 3
Mm-hmm.
is Wednesday.
Yes. Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Well,
are-
because it's the third day of the
but
week.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, odd days of the week. Tuesday, Thursday to me always seem like the number 2.
Listen,
Yes.
But we got more.
If you think about it.
What?
I'll give you another example. Triangle and 12.
That doesn't make sense. That one's
It's
not.
the same.
No,
Well-
they're not.
I-
One's a triangle, one's 12.
No.
that doesn't make sense to me.
Okay. The letter 8
Uh-huh.
and octopus.
Now, that's the best example I can give you of what I see when I see the letter 8. It goes to octopus because they have 8 legs. All right, there's one more in here.
And then octopus is also purple.
Octopus is always purple. Octopus is always
I can
purple.
agree with that.
Okay.
I can agree with
But
that.
also October is purple.
October is also purple.
No,
Yes.
that's not true.
October is purple.
October is orange and November is brown.
No.
Yes.
And then December is like,
Green.
it depends. I think it's more red for me. But this is what I'm saying. I see the calendar in a circle. Other people see it. And when I see things like this, I relate to this. Now, here's the crazy part. I hope this, it did play. I just lost my train of thought. Okay. Okay, I didn't know this. There's an imagination spectrum. I went deep into this after I did my
Oh my
calendar.
gosh, you really did.
Do you have an internal dialogue, right?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people don't. Like when I brushed my teeth this morning, I narrated me brushing my teeth. So.
Oh, I don't do that.
Oh, well, you are married. I'm lonely. So I think that's what it is. Like, I don't know if I'll ever get rid of it.
You live with your parents.
I narrate my whole day in my head. Like when I'm walking through the hallways here, I'm
That's
like,
a lot.
go to Preston Steve's studio. I'm like, oh, in my head, like, oh, well, yeah, it's a lot. I'm probably need drugs. There's an imagination spectrum. And let's take Apple, for example. Some people can't see a full-blown apple in their head. They just see the word apple. Like if I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you something. Can you see a full
That's
apple
different.
in
I
your
can
head?
see an
Can
apple.
you taste the apple?
Yeah.
Okay.
But also, sometimes I can't, like, sometimes I have, like, I'll imagine something happening.
Yeah.
And I have to actively stop my imagination because, like, the activity will still be happening in my brain and I'll
Yeah.
be watching it happen.
Yeah.
And I'll be saying to myself, no, that's not what I want to happen. I have to
Okay.
stop that. Like,
There's a word for
I
that.
struggle with my imagination.
There's a word for that. It's called anxiety. That's why there's drugs. But yeah, so I was talking with a friend again about the imagination thing, and everything has a smell to me too. Like if I look at something, I'm like that, I can smell it in my head, like even if I've never smelled it before. Like I assign smells to things. A lot of people have this. I didn't know this, and I'm glad I'm not alone anymore. The calendar thing really set me off. I see it in a circle, and some
Yeah,
things are
I
short,
could
some things
see
are
that.
small, some things have colors.
But okay, so let me ask you then, like, if you've ever experienced what I experienced, say that you're, watching a movie that really impacted you.
Okay.
And later, a couple days later or later that day, you're thinking about a scene in the movie and how it really,
Yeah.
I don't know, had an effect on you, like maybe a negative effect on you. And you're like, oh, I didn't like how that happened. Like that really bothered me. And you replay the scene over and over in your head and you try to change it. You try to like change the outcome or what happened so that it's like,
I've never done this.
oh my gosh, I do it.
It's anxiety.
And I struggle with it.
What movie?
I can't name
Here's the thing, Deanna. I just want to say this. I watch the most effed up stuff. So like I'm seeing.
That's true. You might not be the right person to ask.
I have watched.
You also think
so
pineapple and
much.
chocolate is a hierarchy.
I've watched so many bad things. I want to like. There's there's like a new movie about a zone of interest. I think it's an A24 movie. I want to watch that. I watched Saltburn, which is truly disturbing.
Yeah.
Which disturbing for most people. To me, another day at the office because I'm like, this is pretty ridiculous, but like not the most messed up thing I watch. Like I'm just full in on cults, and I was so far in.
Oh my god!
I was so far in on bad things to watch that I watched the Mr. Rogers documentary the other day.
No, you didn't.
It's so I was crying. It's so good.
Do you know what I just watched?
Mr. Rogers'
I
Neighborhood.
finally hopped on board because I saw 5 people on my feed talking about it.
Is it messed up? I'm ready.
The American Nightmare.
Yeah, I watched it.
The story.
There's like a dateline
of Denise
for
Huskins.
it. They left out a lot of details.
They left out a lot of detail.
Yeah.
And if you're into, like true crime and things like that, I highly recommend it. But I like in the first 5 minutes, I started digging when they.
I try not to do this.
I know. I did
because
it.
it ruins the show.
I did it, and I went on Facebook, and I was trying to find people.
Because you're going to spoil
and
the
then
ending.
I was like, I was screenshotting it and sending it to my friend who
Yeah.
had just watched it. And he goes, don't look at the spoilers. He's like, trust me, you're going to be mind blown by the 3rd episode.
Quick thing. American Nightmare. It's about a kidnapping, in quotes, a couple years ago.
Kidnapping.
But guys in scuba gear, and then they like drugged them, and then she disappeared, and then she showed up again.
I'm telling you.
I'm trying to do it without spoilers. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's 3 episodes. It's worth a watch.
Like, if you don't know the story, you're going to be mind blown by the 3rd episode.
I vaguely remember it because it happened like California-ish.
Right.
So I remember just being out there.
While we were out there.
Yeah. So I was at the tail end of it, but I remember hearing about it.
Jacob and I were living there when this happened.
Jacob and I did it.
We were living 20 minutes away from all of this stuff.
The Vallejo?
Yeah.
Oh, well then.
It's insane.
Watch it and then look up all the Vallejo Police Department and how inept they are because it's been going on for years. It's just so bad.
Terrible.
But yeah, so I watched so many messed up things and I never replay. I never undo the movie in my head because it's meant to be the movie.
I know, but sometimes when
It's meant to be the
when
movie.
a scene hurts my heart, like if it's a fight scene and someone got really hurt and I'm like, oh, and I try to change it in my brain and my brain can't change it. And I'm like, no, stop stabbing that person or like stop slapping that person. Like in my head, I'll try to change what
You're
they did.
a good movie watcher then.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Yes, I watched that. I watched the Mr. Rogers thing to get me out of the cult. I watched American Nightmare and then really went to Mr. Rogers, which is really good.
You did a total 180.
Because I grew up with watching Mr. Rogers too. Like I feel like everybody did. It started in Pittsburgh, which I didn't know. And I think people just tried to tear him down.
Yeah, well, Mr. Rogers was like a local. Wasn't he on a couple radio shows?
Yeah. Like if anything, they talked about it in there.
Didn't he like visit Preston and Steve, or am I making that up in my
I
head?
don't know, but if he did, I'm very jealous. Mr. Rogers, though, impressive cardigan collection. Also, I feel like he wore the same pair of shoes the entire run of the show.
Maybe.
They were kind of like the Keds, kind of old school Vans.
Only wore them for the show.
I think he did.
Nowhere else.
It's the mind behind him and how like everything on the show was planned out. It just amazed me. I wore the wrong shoes today. Speaking of Mr. Rogers,
oh no.
Do
you have a lot to do?
No, I just forgot these were the bad slip-on Vans that kind of have a hole in the bottom, so my socks wet.
Oh.
But I bought more of the same pair of shoe because they were on sale.
Yeah.
So now I just have the same pair.
Listen, when you like a shoe, and it's tried and
Mr.
true,
Rogers did it.
You got to get it.
And he changed the world with his shoes and the creepy puppets.
My husband Jacob did that. He just bought a pair of Vans, the same exact Vans he just had.
Same.
But he liked them.
I bought brown ones.
Yeah.
They were on sale. They were only. I've gone from paying $91 custom wide Vans to now paying $30. That means the world is getting better because.
How'd you do that?
They had a 40% off sale.
You need to text me when these things are happening.
Thought I sent it to you. I sent it to a lot of people. This girl I have a crush on sent it to me. That's why I was like, but she lives in Colorado. So. I have an internet crush on her. That's so weird, right?
You have an internet crush on
we
someone?
We went to high school together, and she was always
super.
Yeah, she was always super cool. We never really talked, and then like on Instagram, she posted about Creed. So I was like, all right, I'm in.
This might be the new age because one of my closest friends just texted me recently and told me that he was talking to a girl that went to high school with us, and she lives in Ohio now.
Well, here's my theory behind this. Guys love the chase, so it's like something you can't have.
I know.
So you get in on it.
I know.
Right?
I thought about that too. I didn't want to break his
A lot
heart.
of self-work for me. Yeah.
I told him to go visit her.
I mean, you could drive. Where does he live?
in South Jersey.
Oh, you could drive to Ohio.
Oh yeah, totally.
Colorado, I gotta
But
fly.
like, if he, if these feelings are really just because of the chase, he's going to be very disappointed very quickly.
Yeah, but it's a story.
Yeah.
They don't tell stories.
I mean, I
like
hope it
us.
works out,
I hope,
but
but also it's not going
but
to.
also it might not.
If you're listening to this, it's not going to work out. Don't.
How much time
Don't
do
go.
we have left?
Right at 30.
Perfect. So, before we reveal our liar answers,
I'm
have
flying
to,
to Denver. No, I'm kidding.
I have to mention that it's an event that's happening in a couple days that you and I can't make, but it's really cool, and we're giving away tickets for it. Is the starting line is playing halftime at the Philadelphia Wings game this
Yes.
Saturday at Wells Fargo Center. It's what's Saturday's date? What's today's date?
Tomorrow's 26, so 27.
Saturday
And
the 20
27
yeah,
is yellow.
Saturday the
27
27th.
is yellow.
So, my friends that I reconnected with a couple weeks ago when I filled in with their band,
Yeah.
one of the guys in the band is in another band called Jersey Calling. And Jersey Calling played the adjacent festival. Like, they're on
The
their
AC,
way.
that was the Atlantic City Festival.
Yeah, like they're on their way. They're doing it, right? Like they've got albums out, they're on Spotify. So they're opening on the concourse, the main concourse at the Wings game on Saturday. So we're giving away a pair of tickets to see them and the starting line and the Philadelphia Wings. And you just have to go to our Instagram page. It's at Deanna and Justin in the morning.
Starting line's from Newtown. You knew that, right?
No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
They're from like close to here.
Oh, wow.
Tell me what you thought about
Yeah.
when you were gone.
And
So that's such an
I'm pretty
that
sure.
is such an emo song. The lyrics that are super sad.
We did that song
So sad.
a couple weeks ago.
Hold up.
Tell me what you thought about it. You were so I love. I love it.
Well, it's like the thing is, it's upbeat. The
Yeah.
Best of Me song. I guess they were kind of one-hit wonders. They have other good songs, but
Yeah,
like
of
overall,
course.
but yeah, it's super sad and it's like an upbeat song, which is hilarious to me.
So it's emo night at the Philadelphia Wings on Saturday.
Emo evening.
Emo evening.
They're calling it, which I love even better than emo night. Emo evening, so much better.
Oh man. But yeah.
Who is lying?
Oh, so who was lying, me or you? So let's recap. My mom, for the first time, I found out a few weeks ago that she has no idea what an Irish coffee is, and she's Irish because she asked for an Irish coffee with Kahlua instead of whiskey, and I was like, "That's not how this works."
We went out for Christmas, and the menu had smoked cocktails. My mom had never had one, so when the guy brought it over and took the top off, she huffed the smoke in, like she was playing with a vase. I'll say that. That's a good way to say what I was saying.
Yeah.
And
If you thought I was lying, you were wrong.
I lied. I got the smoked cocktails and huffed them in. Really.
You did? You huffed the smoke?
Well, I didn't realize I didn't realize most of it didn't dissipate. So when I drank it, it was like, it was delicious
You're
though.
like suffocated by your own cocktail.
Oh, I'll tell you what. If I death by old fashioned, count me in. That's my emo
You
band
should
name.
just end it there.
Death by old fashioned.
That's
Count
my
me
old
in.
gosh. Bye, mayonnaise.